Hey, it's Frank here with 4D Honeybee, and it is January 4th, and you're about to accompany me on a quick winter inspection of my 5 hives here up in the country. So it's 5 degrees Celsius, which is 41 Fahrenheit, and because of that, the bees could be out and about doing some cleansing flights, or at least close to the entrances. My hive at home they were flying quite freely at 5 degrees, at 41 degrees Fahrenheit. So I just want to do a resources check on them and a safety check on them, see if all the hives are alive. I kind of got the feeling that all 5 won't make it this year for some reason. I wasn't able to get mouse guards on them. That could be a big factor. And you know, the hives all seem strong, but then you never know. So you're going to come along with me. I'm just going to check on the sugar candy that I gave them to see if they need any replenishment of that. If they do, then I'll bring some more next week, and just to see if the hives are alive, see what's alive and what's not. I only like to go in the hives, you know, when the temperature is decent and the sun is starting to set, so I want to get down there and have a quick look. I don't have my tripod or anything, so it's kind of going to be a bit of a rough ride with me, but stick with me.
Okay, so here we are, and I'll just take a first look at the front entrances of the hive. And expect to see some mortality, but I'd like to see some bees out and about right now, too. They might be near the bottom entrance, the main entrance, or the top entrance. So let's just have a look. Now this hive has a lot of mortality on the bottom board, and that's not good, because usually they'll pull all the bees out, as you can see over there, and pile them up front and over there. But seeing bees on the bottom board worries me a little bit. So this is hive number 1. We'll just rename them all according to the number that I encounter them at. There's the upper entrance. Don't see any activity there. Okay, we'll go over to the next hive here. The bottom board looks a little cleaner. Odd dead bee here. Don't see any action in there. Now this is my nasty hive. I actually did see a bee. Oh, there we go. So we've got some activity here. As you can see, so that's a very good sign. And you see on this hive, oh, you've probably got a mouse nest right there. You can see it, eh? See all that stuff right in there? That's going to be a mouse nest, and we'll let a bed on it. Okay. So next hive, let's have a look at. This is my really strong hive, and there are bees flying around it. That's great. Bottom looks pretty clean. That's a good sign. Last hive over here. Wow, and there's just a million mouse tracks in the snow here. This hive looks... still got some dead bees in there. Hard to say. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so hive number 1 here didn't seem to have much good sign. So all I'm going to do is remove the top box and look for signs of condensation up here. That tells you that they are alive. There's not much condensation here at all. So I'll remove this box and have a look in and see where we go from there. Yeah, I think we are looking at a dead hive here, unfortunately. Here, I'll show you what I see. That's a lot of dead bees. So they did get at this sugar candy, though. They ate a little amount of it, but they've died since then. So they've died from in between the time that I put the sugar candy in there till now. So I'll come back and decide what to do with this hive, but it's not a good sign right off the bat. Okay, so we're on to hive number 2 here. Let's see what we got. Again, this hive, what you'd expect to see here if it was alive in the winter is you expect to see some humidity right in the middle. Right in the middle here of these wood chips. Oh, hello bees. There's a couple bees next door. Next door is going to be a good strong hive. So this isn't a good sign. It just shows that there's no humidity, which generally means no life. But we'll see. I haven't given up yet, but we'll have a look-see here in a sec. See if I can make it so that you can see in the hive here. Okay. All right. Well, guess what? I was wrong. Look at these bees. That is just what you want to see. So great sign there. Maybe there's no humidity because it's so warm. There's less condensation happening. I'm going to get the lid back on these guys because they are very, very fine. And they're not upset at all, which is nice. Okay, so how are they doing for sugar? Just let me check on that. Yeah, they're okay. Still got lots of sugar. So, 1 for 2 so far. That's good news because I didn't think this hive was looking that good. The next hive I know is alive, but they also have looks like a mouse infestation happening. And if you look down here, if you recall, I couldn't put my mouse guards on because I'm an idiot. I bought the wrong kind. And look, it's just tracks and tracks of mice here and other rodents in between the hives, right? So that's a real problem. I think what I probably should do is prepare my mouse guards that I do have and bring them and plan a refeeding of these guys, an eviction of the mice that I can get my hands on, and then installing those mouse guards for the rest of the winter, because I guess really it's never too late to try them on. Here's one lone bee straggler up here that's alive. You see him there? Oh, he just fell off. Sorry, buddy. I'll get you back in a second. Okay. So yeah, so the wood chips are not that wet right now, and it's probably because it's warm out. And actually, if you look at this hive, you can tell the wood chips are doing their job because you got frost up here and you got water down here. So it means that that as you get up to the top of the hive, it's freezing, but the wood chips are keeping the water and the warmth in where they're supposed to be. So I'm going to have lift up this lid, and this hive I expect to be nasty. I have a look at how their sugar is doing. Nope, not nasty, and really haven't gotten into their sugar much. Look at this. And every time, that's the thing about beekeeping. It's always not necessarily what you expect, right? So these guys are okay, but I do want to get back and check the bottom box for mice and maybe get them out of there. Alright, so that's 2 out of 3 hives alive. That's good. This next hive is the one that's, I guess in a way, is most important to me, and it's kind of silly, but it's my favorite hive because it was a tremendous producing hive for 2 years now. So I really hope this one survives. I split this hive last year and brought that split home and made me a home hive. So hopefully these guys are still alive. Let's see. Let's see much action in front of their hive though. No, it's not looking good. I don't see any life in this hive. That's not a good sign at all. That is another dead hive. Which is a shame because this hive is a really good one. Last year I overwintered 3 hives and they all made it. The year before I overwintered I overwintered 2 hives, and they didn't even make it to winter. They died in October, November. Let's have another look at the front here. I mean, this hive looks normal down here, but dead up top, so I'll come back, I'll take another closer look at this hive and see exactly what's going on. So last hive is over here. Right now I'd say I'm 2 for 4, which is not great. I mean, it's pretty much the mortality average in Canada or Ontario. It's 50%. So unfortunately, that's what I'm batting right now. Lots of bees. Look here. These guys are doing great. Lots of bees. They're all eating up the sugar quite nicely. So, you know, good sign. I'm very surprised that not a single bee has come up. Usually, as soon as I expose them at the sugar, they come out after me. But not a single bee flew through. So that's it. Do a quick wrap up for you now. My home hive is alive. In my apiary, it's unfortunate that my best hive looks like it's dead. That's this hive right here. And then one more hive looks like it's dead. So right now I've got 3 out of 5 hives alive here and my 4th one at home. So 4 out of 6 are alive, which puts me above the average, but winter ain't over, right? Winter has just begun here. Actually, it's been a really mild December and January, so it's been relatively easy on the bees. I think what I got to do now is step up the game a little bit and get those mouse guards on. Take a look at the hives that have died just to see what I do in there as far as their resources and that kind of thing, and just make sure they either are dead or alive. And I don't think any of these hives needs to be fed though. They all have plenty of food, so that isn't an issue. So what killed them, I don't know. I might have a better idea of it once I look in them, but that's my update for January 4th from 4D Honeybee. Okay, this just in. My good hive is not dead. There are bees in there and they're moving, and it's a nice cluster. So why are they not at the top? I don't know. Well, I consider that to be dead. Well, obvious reasons. What I've learned is that you can't consider them dead just because they're not at the sugar, right? There are bees in there and plenty of them. So I'm going to close this back up. And maybe I'll take a closer look at the other hive that I thought was dead, because maybe they ain't. Okay, this also just in. The first hive, which I thought was dead, does have bees in it, alive. See that? So all my bees are alive, which is tremendous news. So new conclusion to this story. I mean, one thing doesn't change. I do have to get back here and protect them from mice and check them again for food, but they haven't really fed that much on the sugar that I've given them. There's still a ton of sugar there. But every one of my hives is alive. You see that? Which is incredible. I went from thinking I had 4 out of 6 hives alive to knowing I have 6 out of 6 hives alive January 4th. So hope you're all faring as well as this. And let me know with your comments. And thanks for joining me. Honestly, this is the end of this video at 4D Honeybee.